Here's what's happening in the city of Rockville. We'll introduce you to Rockville's Friends from China, give you the latest updates on the region's bus rapid transit system plan, and take a look back at some of Rockville's highlights this year. This is all the latest news in the city. This is Rock 11 Now. Hello and welcome to the January edition of Rock 11 Now. I'm your host, Morgan Lash. Representatives from across Montgomery County and the state of Maryland joined Rockville's mayor and council to discuss plans for the bus rapid transit system. We'll tell you more about what BRT is and give you a recap of the meeting. Rockville's mayor and council hosted the Montgomery County Council members and Gaithersburg Mayor and Council for a discussion on the bus rapid transit system route planned on Maryland 355 through Gaithersburg and Rockville.
Gaithersburg was here, Montgomery County was here, the state of Maryland Highway Administration was here. All of the jurisdictions will be participating. The transit system will run through all of our jurisdictions.
I think it's just an opportunity for us all to get comfortable talking with each other about something that is so important to the county and so potentially very helpful to the cities of Gaithersburg and Rockville.
Andrew Gunning, Assistant Director of Planning and Development Services for Rockville, explains what the bus rapid transit system is.
Basically, bus rapid transit, it's not your normal bus service when you think of, say, a ride-on bus or a WMATA bus. It's considered premium service where it's actually, in the ideal situation, it's in a dedicated lane, so it's separate from the travel lane. So it's a lot different than a normal bus, so it does operate at a much higher level. And being ideally in a dedicated lane, it travels faster than the normal bus as well. That would be in a travel lane with all the other cars.
The meeting brought in individuals from the Maryland State Highway Administration, as they have a crucial role in the planning process.
Oh, well, just like any other state highway there, we just definitely have to be able to make sure that we evaluate the different impacts there and go through our process to make sure that we are designing the roadway there to accommodate the vehicles and also look at how buses are accommodated within that typical section that we discussed tonight.
This is the first time that the Rockville Mayor and Council have gathered county and Gaithersburg officials together to discuss the 355 BRT route.
My hope is that we find a lot of common ground. This is unprecedented for us, or at least for me, to be in a meeting with the city of Rockville and the county council and the county executive. If we come out of here tonight with a lot of common ground and feeling like we're really on the same page, I think that'd be a great thing.
I think everybody's leaving tonight knowing a lot more about what the other partners are doing in this endeavor, and I think it was a really good feeling in the room tonight.
With planned BRT routes on portions of Maryland 355 that cross both Gaithersburg and Rockville, it is important that the three jurisdictions collaborate in support of achieving the goals of the county and the state, while also meeting the needs of both municipalities.
I definitely am optimistic for the future about BRT in Rockville and in Montgomery County. It seems like we've laid the foundation for great collaboration amongst the jurisdictions. Staff have certainly been working together well in terms of planning for the future of this transportation mode, and I think it's great to have the elected officials coming together to have those discussions as well.
There will also be the opportunity for community engagement.
We are currently forming a number of corridor advisory committees on all of the 4 corridors that we're studying, and we're in the process of selecting members to serve on those committees. But the meetings will be open meetings, so even if you're not a member, you're welcome to attend the meeting and hear what's going on with the studies. And we're also looking at other ways of engaging the community. We have a website, so we'll be posting information there. We'll be looking for feedback and other ways from the communities. There will be plenty of opportunity for engagement.
The cities, county, and state will continue to work in close coordination as the corridor planning process continues.
I think what you saw was a real coming together moment, and that is affirmed by the idea that we have all agreed that we would like to meet every 6 months and keep the dialogue going, and that's the best part.
For more information on the BRT or to learn how to get involved, go online to montgomerycountymd.gov/RTS. The Maryland General Assembly's 90-day legislative session begins January 14th, and each year the city of Rockville works with the District 17 delegation to advocate for its state legislative priorities. Rockville's 2015 priorities include calls for increased state aid for school construction and city parks, a permanent way to restore municipal highway user revenues that help to fund road maintenance, and opposition to any attempts to change the state's financial disclosure requirements for municipal elected officials. For more information about these and Rockville's other state legislative priorities, contact Linda Moran at lmoran@rockvillemd.gov or go online to rockvillemd.gov/state legislation. Plans to build a 5th elementary school in the Richard Montgomery cluster are underway, and Montgomery County Public Schools hosted a meeting to hear input from parents and residents. Katie Giardi has the story.
Rockville officials and residents participated in a meeting on December 9th with representatives from Montgomery County Public Schools, where they talked about plans for building a new elementary school in the Richard Montgomery cluster. This was the 4th in a series of design meetings hosted by MCPS. The school is set to be built in Rockville's Hungerford neighborhood in place of the Children's Resource Center.
So this is certainly a top priority for the city of Rockville. When we recently testified before the Board of Education about their capital improvements project budget for the coming year, this was one of our priorities in terms of making sure this school stays on schedule and seeing it built to the full capacity of 740 students. So that way we're not just accommodating the current needs of this school cluster, but future needs as well.
The mayor and council have been advocating for the new school since 2010, which will relieve severe overcrowding at the Beale, College Gardens, and Ritchie Park elementary schools. At the meeting, residents got a chance to express their opinions about the building plans.
Very concerned about the traffic and how it's going to impact the neighborhood.
The county has a lot of congestion, and neighbors are rightly concerned about their neighborhoods being further congested. I think there was some common ground in that we're trying to improve the circulation on the site and also accessing the particular site from the neighborhood streets to ease the congestion as much as we can.
Despite these concerns, most of the residents at the meeting view the new school as a necessity.
Well, Rockville's a very popular place to be and raise families, and therefore it is also a place where we desperately need a 5th elementary school.
I think the building looks beautiful, and it sounds like they have a lot of great ideas that are going to go into the building.
MCPS is committed to making sure the design of the new school is state-of-the-art and sustainable.
There'll be a green vegetated roof. All the plumbing fixtures will be low water usage type fixtures. The plants that are used on the site will be drought resistant.
Residents will have more opportunities to give opinions on the plan.
Tonight was the final meeting around those, but certainly there'll be additional opportunities for input, public input, particularly around traffic issues where the city has jurisdiction over those issues.
For more information, head to montgomerycountyschoolsmd.org and search RM5ES. For Rockville 11, I'm Katie Giardi.
Peerless Rockville holds an annual awards program that honors individuals, institutions, and organizations that have made an outstanding contribution to preserving Rockville's heritage. This year, the winners were recognized at a mayor and council meeting. The winners included the Sullivan family, who was recognized for exemplary landscaping and stewardship of a residential property, and the Berman family for exemplary stewardship, preservation, and restoration of a historic property.
Well, I think it was kind of cool. I've never been here, so being honored in front of the Rockville mayor and having that be presented also with my daddy, that was really fun and kind of a cool experience to have that happen.
We are avid historic preservationists. This is one of a number of houses that we've renovated over the years. We love renovating old houses, and we're passionate about the west end of downtown Rockville.
To view the complete list of award winners, go online to peerlessrockville.org. The Rockville City Police Department was the proud recipient of the Governor's Crime Prevention Award for law enforcement agencies. This award is given to law enforcement agencies who meet certain criteria for crime prevention programs such as Community Neighborhood Watch, home security surveys, commercial security surveys, crime prevention programs for elderly and youth, and drug awareness.
We're very proud to participate in this program because of the many different crime prevention programs we have, community outreach programs, and special programs to really work in cooperation and collaboration with the community. This is actually our 14th time that we've been honored by being a recipient of this award, and we're just delighted.
The City of Rockville has a Friendship Cities agreement with Jiaxing, China, Last month, individuals from Jiaxing visited Rockville to experience some of what our city has to offer, and to help the cities establish a closer relationship as we work towards establishing a sister city relationship. Officials and delegates from Jiaxing, China visited Rockville in the latest cultural exchange between the cities.
I think the visit was a wonderful opportunity for those of us who are newer to the council to meet some of the delegation, to continue the conversations that we're having, to explore ways that we can continue to work together. I think today was a wonderful day visiting Julius West Middle School and Robert Frost Middle School, and tonight is a farewell and thank you dinner to the delegation. We welcome you, we thank you, and we're looking forward to seeing you again. So come on back.
What we want to do is foster really good international relationships so that we know each other's culture. You know, when you know someone else's culture and you foster diversity, you know, it only strengthens who you are and who they are.
Rockville held a welcome reception and special dinner to honor the delegation, and the cities talked of plans to pursue a closer relationship.
One thing about a friendship sister city, it's not official. It's just an agreement to get to know each other before we pledge with, say, the officials. But Friendship City can continue to have exchanges like we already have with our German sister city, which we have a very strong relationship for almost 60 years. But it's, as I'm hearing from them tonight, they're here to get to know the citizens, get a feel for Rockville, get to hear if we're serious, and actually just learn what the process is.
我们嘉兴市跟洛克威尔是两个城市，06年就建立，06年开始互相友好往来，完了2009年正式建立友好城市关系。
Yeah, Jiaxing and the rival cities starting from 2006, they start getting to know each other. Since 2009, they signed an agreement to be a friendship city by the time, yes.
One major goal of this visit was to establish sister school relations between Rockville and Jiaxing schools.
And so I just know when they get the opportunity to visit China and students can get the opportunity to visit here, they'll see the friendships and the partnerships that they'll develop and so much learning that will take place by having culture firsthand.
To learn more about Jiaxing and Rockville's sister city relationships, go online to rockvillesistercities.org. Each year, Rockville city staff delivers 2 annual reports to the mayor and council that give the public a closer look at the city's financial health. These reports are the city's popular annual financial report, or PAFR, and the comprehensive annual financial report, or CAFR. These reports explain what the city spent money on and what revenue sources that money came from.
The city's results for fiscal year 14 were really strong. We recently presented them to the mayor and council. And those results can be seen in the 2 reports, the CAFR and the PAFR. The CAFR is a prescribed report that follows what we call generally accepted accounting principles, whereas the PAFR we did so that a regular resident can read a report and understand the city's finances a lot easier than they can if they read the CAFR.
If you'd like to read either the PAFR or the CAFR for yourself, go online to rockvillemd.gov/financial reports. To read the city's adopted budget, go online to rockvillemd.gov/budget. For even more information, call the Finance Department at 240-314-8400. Rockville's conservative fiscal management paid off after both Moody's Financial Services and Standard & Poor's reaffirmed the city's AAA bond rating last month. This means that Rockville can borrow money at the best possible rates when funding new projects, like improvements at the Rockville Civic Center Park and the Rockville Swim and Fitness Center, as well as stormwater management improvements. If you'd like to learn more about the city's bond rating, go online to rockvillemd.gov/finance and look under Debt Management. For this month's episode of Meet Your Neighbor, we'll introduce you to Jonathan Frieda, a lifetime Rockville resident who is making a difference in the lives of high school kids, both on and off the field. Rocio Snowdy has the story.
If there was ever a Mr. Rockville Award, its recipient would be Jonathan Frieda, PE teacher, assistant track and football coach, and assistant athletic director for Richard Montgomery High School. I'm Rocio Snowdy, and this is Meet Your Neighbor. Growing up in the area, Frida, as everyone calls him, took advantage of all the opportunities Rockville had to offer. His jobs range from playground counselor, teen programs leader, and his most recent position as a leader and training coordinator.
I grew up in Woodley Gardens, born and raised in Rockville, and I think everything that I'm doing today had a lot to do with growing up in the city of Rockville, in the rec department as a counselor, and just being involved in all the programs that the city of Rockville had to offer.
It was precisely in high school when Frida realized all he ever wanted to do was to come back and teach and coach at Richard Montgomery.
I don't know, maybe I had too much fun in high school, but I wanted to come back to high school and I don't want to say relive it, like I wanted to live in the high school days, but those were some of the best times of my life. And I think just the diversity of the city of Rockville, the diversity of Richard Montgomery, I don't think there's too many places quite like it, and I really think it helped, again, make me who I am today. I don't know if I would have the friendships and be able to coach and deal with kids the way I can now without the city of Rockville or Richard Montgomery. So that's the effect that it had on me.
Frida graduated from Towson University with a degree in physical education years later and worked up to become one of the youngest athletic directors in Montgomery County Public Schools at 27 years of age.
I was a very young athletic director, and once you made that move into that position, there was a lot of there's a lot of politics involved. It's a much bigger responsibility, and you're behind a desk and it's not as interactive with the kids. So I think the challenge was it started almost to feel a little bit like work, which is one of the reasons why I made that move back to teaching and coaching. It was just a few years ago where the kids that I had in like the teen programs or the playgrounds at the city of Rockville, some of them, they're seniors now. It's like when they get to high school, the seniors, I've known some of them for almost, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 years, depending upon what program I'm doing with the city of Rockville. I have 2,200 children here at Richard Montgomery.
Frida has known for a long time what he's always wanted to do, but he also realizes that not everyone will have their lives all figured out. To those people, he has this advice.
I think me knowing what I wanted to do was rare, and it's okay not to know exactly what you want to do, but while you're figuring it out, it's important to get involved in a number of different things so you can figure it out. So I think that's important to you don't necessarily have to marry an idea that you want to do forever at age 16, 17, or 18, but get involved, experience things, work, have different jobs, different activities, so that you can figure it out and see what you like.
For more information about the city's camps, classes, and leaders in training program, go to the city's website at rockvillemd.gov/recreation. For Rockville 11, I'm Rocio Snody.
1, 2, 3.
Each year, the city of Rockville holds the annual holiday drive to help local families in need enjoy their holiday season. On December 13th, 120 volunteers contributed over 300 hours sorting toys, assisting families, and wrapping gifts. Over 1,500 toys, board games, and books were distributed to 264 Rockville families, helping them to have a very merry holiday.
I was talking to a fellow staff member that these are kind of the events that make the entire year worth it. You come here, you really help people out. I think of all of the holiday stories, and I think that that's what really makes this special.
Each year, the city of Rockville honors Martin Luther King Jr.'s birthday with a special celebration involving presentations, performances, and much more. On January 19th, come to Richard Montgomery High School at 10 a.m. for this free reception and event. This year's program theme is a beloved community. It will feature guest speaker Patrice Gaines and a variety of multicultural performances. The Martin Luther King Jr. Youth Award will be presented to a student from a Rockville high school who has worked to fulfill Dr. King's dream. And the F. Michael Taff Award will be presented to a business organization or an adult that has helped to improve the lives of people with disabilities. For more information, go online to rockvillemd.gov/MLK or call 240-314-8316. The Glenview Mansion will host its 16th annual Wedding Expo on Sunday, January 25th, and you won't want to miss it. Over 30 vendors will be there to meet all of your needs for your special day. There will be caterers, bakers, florists, photographers, and more. Tickets for the event are $5 at the door. You can purchase advance tickets online by going to rockvillemd.gov/recreation/guide. Come out to plan the wedding that's perfect for you. Head to rockvillemd.gov/Glenview for more information. It's been a fantastic year here in the city of Rockville. From festivals to events, art shows, and more, the city has made sure that 2014 was a year for the books. Here's a look back at some of this year's top moments right here in Rockville.
I'm Rockville 11's Katie Giardi, and it's a rainy day out here in the city, but luckily that's not the only thing that's been pouring here at the Uncorked Wine and Music Festival.
Cheers! This is the 8th year that we've had this festival, and we were hoping for sunny weather, but of course it's raining, but that's not dampening our spirits.
People really look forward to Rockville Hometown Holidays. Actually, it kicks off the summer. It's like Rockville's official start of summer.
But it really does your soul good to come and hear live music, and in fact, it's scientifically proven that it does your cells good in your body.
Ties us together. I mean, this is what all these events do, like Hometown Holidays and all the other events we have. It brings us together as a community. You get to see your neighbors out here. You get to walk through parts of the city you might not have seen before. It's what makes us a real place to be.
Going back to the old.
You know, I think it speaks to who we are as a city. We're a city of people and neighbors, and everybody coming together tonight to celebrate being in Rockville. It's just wonderful.
You know, I feel like skateboarding is a good community, help lift you up, you know what I mean? If you can't fit in anywhere else, we'll take it.
Rockville recently reached out to the community with its annual holiday food drive to make sure everyone has the opportunity to have a happy Thanksgiving.
To tell you how much we appreciate everything you do for the city. It is our volunteers that make us the city that we are.
When it comes to his cooking, Chef Eng likes to keep things fresh.
I would just throw out ideas that nobody had ever thought of, or that would seem kind of off the wall.
The city hopes the Beaver Deceiver will be the solution that keeps the pond working and beavers thriving.
This is always a great event. It's great to see so many kids and families who turn out to see Santa Claus and to take part in the carriage ride. It's really great that this year we're partnering with Mana Food Bank, and so they're accepting donations this evening for some of the activities for people who participate in those.
People are coming out to gather, have picnics, barbecues, children go on moonbound, swimming pool events, and just generally stay-at-home evening, staycation type evening, everyone having a good time together.
That's all the time we have for the January edition of Rock 11 Now. I'm your host, Morgan Lash. Be sure to like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter at Rockville11, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for exclusive web content. On behalf of the entire team here at Rockville 11, thanks for watching.